Honey toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Buck Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. Little gets the blood boiling. Why like a rivalry game? Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jeff. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The offense lining up for a first down play. Power football with the run. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Just feeds the running back. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. They had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
Want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Here comes the jet sweep.
Listen, the offense stars those plays where they want to get their playmakers the ball, and the defense understands it as well. I got to know when that guy comes in motion, he's a legit threat. They did, and you could tell they pulled the trigger and went and made a nice play.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Pulls and fires complete. At the 40, there he goes. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Simmons. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. In this area of the field, you want to get heat on the quarterback, but that roughing the passer penalty gives up a first and goal. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. And a great return on the play before they're finally able to bring him down.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The give to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
A first down run on the doorstep. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Got 5 on that last one, now 2nd and inches.
Get set. Over. Go.
Barges ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On the move, it's Durham. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To the air, it's Nunez. Quickly to the tight end. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year. And the defense brought the blitz on third down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
They'll give it to the back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. We're always looking forward to this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Hit as he throws. Quick completion on the out route. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got a stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Trying to get to it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, they're able to get the negative play. Great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. It'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40. Out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds you, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. When they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Little touch pass to the receiver. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes a stop. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
That's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but he didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with 2 top 25 teams locking horns. Tennessee has just had no answers today. Both sides of the ball look like all the smoggy smoke on Rocky Top has been in their eyes since kickoff. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Back to throw, it's Simmons. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They stripped it out. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on 1st down. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
He wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Firing to the right, complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Yeah, and you could tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Those are one of those plays where he puts it on the money, and you just try to make yards after the catch, but key word being after the catch.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. He wants to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that pass is intercepted. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud. Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
From the gun, give on the inside. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because it's exactly what you do. Now I can block down, and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, It's Durham. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will lead them with 4th and 2.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw at Simmons. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd down, going up top. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, after struggling so much in the 1st half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the 2nd half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels.
And he'll pull it in inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And they can't make the connection. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. To the air, it's Nunez. Fires into the end zone. And it's picked off. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's right. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing it.
Quarterback checking the play. He'll throw on third down. Caught close to the marker. It's right. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And that is no fun for that wide receiver, thinking you just ran all the way downfield for that. You're not out here trying to run gassers or get conditioning. You're trying to catch TDs. What's going on?
The aerial assault continues. He's got it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver. Playing 7-on-7 is middle school and high school. They're just, you could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
On third down, he drops the throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. He'll do it himself. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This offense is really going to try to keep the defense on their heels in the run game by doing it with different guys. It'll be running backs, it'll be quarterbacks. They may even try to get receivers involved in the jet sweep game, reverse game as well. But a nice play there.
LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. He'll try the left side. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Tennessee is in trouble right now, and that Neyland Stadium crowd is letting them hear it. They're trailing by 27 to Georgia. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Got his man. Still running at the 40. He's loose. At the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. They'll run the screen. Not able to break the quick one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Looking to throw at Simmons. He wants it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Leaves it with the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. It'll be a draw. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. They're trying to get to it. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. How about this? These guys are going for 2. They'll go to the air. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up, and this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To throw, it's Simmons. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on.
That should be the nail in the coffin.